T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, right now I'm reviewing Transformers Titans Returns. Leader Class, Sky Shadow with Ominus, and Titan Master Fangry. Packaging looks like this from the front, this from this side, this from this side, this from the back, and the bio on the back says, Sky Shadow is a thief who sells his skills to the highest bidder. Ominus is the ultimate hacker. He can access security systems of battle stations, space bridges, and even other bots. Together, the universe is theirs to raid. The collector's card is inaccurate because that whole head doesn't lift off. Part of it does. Here are the stats, and they're surprisingly low for a Decepticon so big. Good old Fangry here, he gets no collector's card or no bio, because he's only $5. Anywho, I really like Sky Shadow. He has a ton of articulation that I would expect a leader class figure to have. He's covered in freaking detail and color. I really like it. Somebody said they can't wait for the Japanese version to come out, but I'm like, look at this. I'm pretty sure the Japanese version will look better. In most cases they do, but what the heck? He's covered in different deco. I can't really complain. Like, it even looks like his feet, no, they're plastic. It looked like they were painted. But stuff like this gun is fully painted. The chest has a bunch of different paint apps and whatnot. Anything that's bright silver is painted, of course. And he's really cool. Articulation, ankle pivot for days. Look at that. Specific ankle pivot. Meaningful ankle pivot. His toe can come up like that and down like that. Of course, the heel spur can bend down like that to help support. He has less than 90, but he can still get into a good stance right there. I like that. Thigh rotation. Universal joints can kick out that far. Let me put his legs straight. That far, he can kick all the way friggin' back. And a super split, mainly because of the transformation. And if you want, he has a weird bend right there because of transformation. No waist joint, and looking at how he's designed, and I'll show you during the transformation, they could have put a waist joint in there. They're being cheap. I wish it had an ab crunch. The way his body is shaped, it makes you think he has an ab crunch, but he doesn't. But he has shoulders that go out this far, and these little gun things get out the way. Or you could use this joint right there if you want to bring it up like that. Whatever floats your boat. It hinders a little bit. Anyway, he can rotate all the way around. Bicep swivel. 90-degree bend right there. Nothing at the wrist. It's criminal right there. The head rotates 360, unlike some of these figures, mostly the Voyagers. He can look up a bit. He has a specific neck joint. He can look up a bit, and he can look down, but it kind of fights you. So he mostly can just look up. But, man, I really enjoy this figure. If this thing had rotating wrist, maybe hands that open, that's being greedy. Fingers that opened up. A head that looked up a little bit more further than that, look down, waist swivel, and an ab crunch. Holy crap. This would have been the ultimate leader class toy by today's standards. Fangry here looks very nice. He reminds me of a battle beast, to be honest, but he's very reminiscent of his G1 self. Back here, they barely cover it up, but his Titan Master inside is visible, and his secondary mode head is sticking out the back. They try to cover it up with the wings, but there you go, that. These arms can go up that far, come down, and he has one of those Marvel Legends stamps. Look at that. This head Can't really look up, but it can look down at his little belly button. And his legs go forward like that, and the tail can go down like that. Since they move, it's all one piece. He basically is just good at sitting down on his butt right there. But I'm going to hold off and go into some more detail on Sky Shadow. Here's Sky Shadow's cannon. Nicely done up in silver paint and red paint. I like to put it on his arm, but on the packaging, they do show it in his hand. And yes, that is an option right there. Then he has this thing that could be like a shield or a secondary gun, whatever your imagination wants for you. Unfortunately, pegging it right here, it rotates good and fine, but pulling it out, yeah, this peg always gets stuck. So the way they constructed it, this is kind of cheap. Typically back in the day, we would have got some type of pin, but they didn't do that. If you want, you can take this part right here, shove it into here, and make that an even bigger gun. But unfortunately, I'm seeing that it does not stay at all. It does not stay. I don't know if it's a special way you can do that or what, but you can get it like that, but it is easy to fall apart. And then the end result, I don't even like that so much. And of course, like I showed, these move back and forth. Ominus. I like the way Ominus works. Because he fits inside of this helmet, it really brings back memories of like Scorponok. Because Scorponok was a regular sized headmaster that fit inside of a little bucket. And then it closed up like that. It kind of gives this guy, and I was discussing this, and I know he wants me to say his name. My friend True Star Screamer, I was discussing it with him. How these really feel like, they give you the feeling that Japan really wanted you to have, where the little headmasters were people, and they joined with a bigger mech body, and I don't believe the mech bodies didn't have their own personality like Hasbro wants to force on you. So I really like the way that is. What I don't like is they didn't give him any paint. That sucks. Here on Fangry, if we push the wolf head forward, bring up this little dragon head, move the wings out the way, we can detach his feet from the stomach right there and push Fangry out of here. I guess this is Fangry, but here's what his little Titan Master head looks like. I really like that sculpt. And this is what brought it home to me. It made me feel like, man, it gave me that Scorponok feel. Putting this face in here, it was like really, really cool. I really like the way that looks. It looks like he's not necessarily supposed to be in there because his face is small, but it does make you feel like he's stacking onto another robot and taking over it. Or at least it gives me that feeling anyway. Maybe because it's a leader class size head, but I really like Six Shot's head in there. That looks really nice. Maybe because it actually fits, or the white is a good contrast to all the other darker character colors around here. So now that I showed that, here's a little montage. Wasn't that fun? I know it was. But one thing I didn't show off yet on him, he has a Decepticon symbol right there. You can see his yellow eyes, and with the little Titan Master out of there, we can push this head into the gut, move this head forward, bring the arms down like this, bring the legs like that, and now boom, here is the secondary mode of his little pretender shell type thingy. Now we can take him, and he is also not painted. Yay. Bring the arms forward, put him into a little seated position, put him down here like this, in between the little wings, like he's sitting basically. He's sitting on this little flaps on the wings, and the back of his foot can go into the chin of this little wolf head. It's hard to do, but he's sitting right there, and now he can fly on a little dragon that has a little gun in the throat for whatever reason. And of course, this is articulated. It looks like that from the bottom now. But there you go with that. Other mode, you have two options. Could change them back into a head. Shove them back in here, and the little Titan Master head slots down there. Go ahead. Bring this forward like that. Bring the arms down like that. Make sure the tail's like this and the feet are down. Bring the wings up. Bring this dragon like that. And now he is a triple barrel blaster. You're supposed to ignore all this other stuff. He's a triple barrel blaster. And bigger robots can wield him as a weapon, as you can see right there. Alternatively, you can remove the Titan Master and just hold him like that, and now he doesn't have a wolf head. But it still looks like a folded up beast bot. So yeah, for $5, I like Fangry. Anywho, transformation of Sky Shadow anyway. Pull this off. If you don't have that little shield off, pull that off. Take the hands, put them in like that. Let me go ahead and take the legs, put the feet, shut them like that. Rotate the leg like this and bring it forward. Rotate the leg, bring it forward, shut this stuff. Actually, what you can do before shutting that, open this up, bring these little panels out. Just to make it look like it's not just his feet shut. Leave that like that. Bring this little cockpit up like this. Well, actually first, rotate the head around. And as you can see, you don't have to remove the Titan Master. Bring this up like that. Now we take these panels, bring them forward. It pegs together once you bring it forward and just rests right there. But it doesn't rest securely because it'll push down if you put too much force on it. Do the same thing over here. Let that rest. Bring the wings out like that. And what you're supposed to do with the arms is bring them in this orientation. And the instructions, they don't show you where these guns are supposed to go. I'll just point them out like that to get them out of the way. And we can collapse the arms. I did all of this completely out of order. But you end up with this. And what you can do is take this little thing, peg it up here like a little bigger tower. Open this cockpit. Put this gun right into the peg hole right here. And on top of this little jet flap down here. And now I guess he's a battle station type thing. Kind of makes me think of Omega Supreme. So if you have a little Titan Master guy, you can have him sitting up here, manning that little command station. And he has little peg on points all over his body. So you can take little Titan Master dudes and have them doing stuff around all over the place, manning that battle station. Alternatively, let's get him out of there. Detach this gun. Shut that. Take that off. Now we just take this right here and detach this. And this is why I was saying they could have put a waist joint there. They could have molded this or tooled this to rotate, but they didn't do it for whatever reason. Take this, put that down on both sides. And of course, these attach to other leader class figures for their little battle station modes if you want to do that. Or they can combine with Titan class Fortress Maximus, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to kill myself doing these reviews. Or this review, I should say. Rotate this out like this. Rotate this out like this. And yes, this part will bug you. There's a big gap there. It makes you think maybe these should slide over, but they don't. Anywho, once you have that out of the way, actually the legs are rotated wrong. The wheel needs to be down. And this needs to be collapsed over this like that. Do the same thing over here. Before you shut that completely, take the gun, peg it into here, and now shut this around this. Feel like, yeah, here we go. Close it together and make sure everything's shut together, and you're good to go. He becomes a tank, or at least part of him becomes a tank. He has 3 wheels, and it rolls awesomely. It has a cockpit right here. The turret doesn't rotate. This doesn't go up or anything. What you get is what you get. Well, what you see is what you get, because that opens up like that. With a little Titan Master dude, you can sit him in there. And there you go with that. Now this, I'm going to rotate. I'm going to take out Ominus. Rotate that. Bring this down over that. Take the arms they were in this orientation for base mode. Put them like this. And there are tabs on the back of the arms that go into the wings. Bring these forward as guns. Bring this forward. Oh boy. Bring this forward. And now lift these wings up. I believe the instructions have them like this. And lift this up. But you could have it out like that if you think that looks better. And now he's also a jet. And yeah, it does make me feel like this is half a jet. And I don't really like that too much. Dig your fingernail right there to open that up. It's not a ton of detail in there. I don't know if you're going to be... There you go. But they try to put somewhat of a seat in there. There you go. That. Let's take Ominus. Ominus sits in there. And there you go. That. It looks like there's supposed to have been like a little flap that will cover the head, but they didn't do that. In fact, this whole robot, since this is going to be retooled into a different robot, I can see the beginnings of, or it just feels like there are features that are locked away. Well, really, they probably molded it for that other robot and then just took it away for this one. But anywho, this right here, there's a little tab there that fits into this right here. You can attach it right there if you see fit. So there you go with that. One thing I attempt to do to make the jet mode look a little bit better, or you could rotate this back here. And maybe it's not in the instructions. Maybe there's some type of other way that this should be connecting together. I don't know. I didn't watch any other reviews, but I don't know. I just feel like this should be able to attach in some type of way, and I haven't been able to figure it out. But what I have figured out is you open this up, lift these back, and now this grabs onto here, plug them together, and now you have a jet with it carrying a tank. So there's that option right there. Let me try to fiddle around with that mode I was just messing with, because I think I was onto something. I opened the legs and collapsed it on the back of the jet and was able to get this. It is super far from perfect, and I'll probably be looking like an idiot right now because there's probably some simpler thing that you can do to combine this together, and I am just not seeing it. But I like this robot. It is awesome. It's easy to transform, which is definitely fun for me and easy for these reviews. I wish this jet looked more substantial, but I do like all the colors. This is stickers. It doesn't bother me like Voyager class Megatron because they're done way better. And it does have stickers right here for these Decepticon logos. I guess they were trying to give us a more G1 toy feel because they came with stickers. But I could do without stickers, to be honest. So, here you go. Here's Sky Shadow and Fangry. I like both of them. I really like Sky Shadow way more than I imagined, because he has a ton of articulation that other leader class figures have been missing in the generation line for a minute. It would have been nice if he had wrist swivel, a better working neck, and a waist swivel, but he's good for what he is. If you like this video, let me know by telling me in the comments. Let me know by liking. Let me know by subscribing. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching.